Hi guys, my name is Alvaro Ribeiro.
My name is Márcia Georgina.
And together we created this awesome gun. I'm a huge fan of the Hellboy movies and I always wanted to create a life-size prop, so I decided to create the Good Samaritan. For creating the 3D model, I used the software ZBrush, and for printing, I used my Ender 3. But for small pieces like the screws, some metal parts, I used a resin 3D printer, which is my Phrozen Shuffle. So I used filament for big parts and resin for small and detailed pieces. This project took a long time to be completed, but the final result is amazing. We just love it. It looks exactly like the gun that Hellboy uses on the movies. And the funny thing is that you probably think this gun is very heavy because Márcia did an amazing painting job on the metal parts, but actually it's very light. It is just filament, not real metal.
In this video, I will show you all the painting process of this gun and share a lot of tips and good techniques. So, let's go! The first step is to apply a black layer. I'm going to use acrylic paint, Liquitex ink. I will use Airbrush instead of brush to do it faster and more homogeneous. I will apply to all metal parts except the grips, which is wood. After applying the black layer, it's time for the metallic colors. There will be regions like cylinder, frame and barrel with dark iron aspect and with light scratches. And other parts like the top of the gun, trigger, hammer and details of lighter metal, like silver. For these darker metal parts, I will use as the main color the dark iron of Mr. Hobby. It is an enamel paint. To dilute this paint, I will use acetone. I use nail acetone and it has worked for me. It could be thinner solvent or turpentine, but I don't like the smell of them. Now I will use the color Chrome Silver, also from Mr. Hobby. It is a medium shade of silver, lighter than iron and darker than silver, being excellent to be the background of the closest parts of the gun, doing lighter parts of the trigger. I will apply this same color to the bullets. I will mix magenta with yellow to make the color orange. Now I will mix with golden brown. All acrylics, Liquitex and Vallejo, to make the wood. After it dried, I applied another layer. I mixed this orange color with the brown color to create a shadow zone. This metal color of Mr. Hobby should be burnished with a cloth after it dries. If you don't do it, the color stays matte. The metal effect only appear if you burnish. Now I will use a varnish to protect the metallic layer, so that I can make dirt with watery paint without damaging it. While the varnish dries, I will apply the copper color on the bullets. I will use my black with a little matte varnish to give the gun a dirty effect. I pass and spread with paper or cloth. I put dirt in the cracks and between the screws. I would have done with the paint thinner, but the varnish did not isolate the metallic layers as I would like. I don't know what happened. I used chrome silver to make details of scratches and wear on parts. I put paint on nail file, remove the excess and apply it to leave scratches. This tip is very cool to make the metal look real. Focus on the edges and corners. Then I use white silver paint to reinforce light areas. I will also apply varnish on the grips, but a high gloss varnish to give it a varnishy wood look. This will serve to isolate the layer for a wet, dark brown effect, that I will do later. I'm using a kind of clay, silly-putty, to isolate the area that I would like to protect when I will use the airbrush. The silver part will be protected while I apply the brass painting on the bullet. This is the brass metallic color from Mr. Hobby. Then I applied a golden metallic paste with a brush to light. I removed the excess paint on a paper to give a dry brush effect. I mixed brown and black, and with a very thin paint, I applied it on the grips to give a nice wood effect. Now I'm going to put the piece together. To glue, I used a super glue. It's really cool when you finish, put the parts together, and see it as a whole. Alvaro printed most parts on Ender 3. Some metal details of the grips and screws were printed on resin. Having them done separately gave a more realistic and more interesting aspect. I like it that way. It really looked like screwed wood. If it was printed as a single piece, it might not have been so interesting. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope I can somehow help you to paint your props. Please, if you liked this video, click the like button and leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell. Bye bye!